Okay. Alrighty, I think we're all good to go. Hey guys, I'm back at it again to the maybe one person, hopefully one person. Anyways, for the few people who have stopped by, thank you very much for stopping by and watching the videos. It means a lot. So today is probably gonna be my last real like perspective on what's going on with the 20.6 update. It seems to be much more of much less of a worry that everybody's been freaking out about. Everybody's losing their mind about how they're going to upgrade to legendaries. I still see people in the Discord and stuff losing their minds over legendaries. But anyways, I recently saw there was a video by Manti, I believe, Manti RR, the YouTube channel, I believe, and they were somehow able to get a hold of what would be happening in the basically in this future update. So I should have their video linked in the description right now. There we go. Hope that works. And yeah, so go check it out to see actual gameplay and stuff like that. But basically I have some pictures and I just want to kind of explain about those little things that I have the pictures for. So I guess let's go ahead and start off with the first thing, the infamous chest of choice, or the event. In this case, it's an event chest, but they have other chests like this, and it looks basically like this. It looks like the previous sprite for the chest of choice, but this time around, basically, so first of all, as you can see from this picture alone, the event chests. So the events, as you can see, Bard, Genie, you can kind of see Genie behind the chest. You can see Riding Hood behind there. So the event truly does have everything you need. You can also notice that the cap for the coins now is 600, and the cost for one of the event units is 100. However, I believe you end up making about 150 coins or 200 coins. Go ahead and watch Manti's video for it to see all the other in-depth stuff. There's a lot more. I didn't want to go too much into in-depth because I didn't want to, obviously steal his video. He did say it's totally okay for me to use some images. I'm also going to go ahead and promote his code as well, since he's such a legend for providing this crucial information. So go ahead, go support Manti. But point being, the important thing is that in the events and in the season pass, which if you haven't claimed the season pass, then lucky you, you get to use these choice chests. However, it is to each their own, as if you complete it before the update, you get plenty of good rewards. If you complete it after the update, you still get plenty of good rewards, and how those rewards end up getting used will obviously differ. I would say it's not that big of a loss if you miss out on one or the other. I will say the bells, though, will definitely be a bit of a detrimental kind of loss, which I'm a bit bummed about because I rushed it in order to upgrade a few things because I got scared, but it's not seeming like it was that bad now. But anyways, point being, these choice chests can now be found in many different areas, and they are literally a choice. You will get a little pop-up like this, a little scroll wheel that you can scroll. It's not just like a random tick trying to pick which one you get. No, you actually get to scroll through it all. You 100% get to scroll through it all and pick what you want. I don't know why they have 89 copies for it, but I don't know. You do get to scroll through everything you want. Make sure to check out Manti's video. I think you can look at the copies. He does go through upgrading, but point being, you get to scroll and pick what you want. You actually get to pick what you want. This is from the one, so this right here is from the normal chest in the, well, in basically the season pass. Okay, so I didn't see any of the event units in this choice chest. However, there was also the there was also the Archmage chest, okay, which seemed to have every possible legendary. As you can see here, there's Spirit Master and Genie, which are currently event units, and this is from the Archmage chest. So that is very, very interesting. I don't know how that exactly is going to play out or if this is going to stay the same, but I thought it was very interesting that there was event units inside the Archmage chest, which is still the same 1,000 gems for a choice of whatever legendary you want. But the way the animation seemed in his video is that this isn't going to be 100% of the time. If I'm wrong and it is 100% time, then that's great news. But it seemed like it wasn't entirely going to be like that. It seemed like it was going to be more a chance for this lucky drop. But it basically now has a scroll wheel that allows you to scroll through and pick what you want. Oh my goodness, I did it again. Okay. Let me go ahead and fix that real quick. Whoops. Still new to this whole thing. Anyways, let me really quickly recap what I just talked for the past 5 minutes. Basically, you now can get choice chests that are actually choice chests that allow you to basically scroll through a selection of different legendaries containing most, if not all of them. And that allows you to pick which one you want, and you click collect and you get one of them for that choice chest of your choice. Events now have the event choice chest that allows you to pick whatever you want. Archmage chests now also have, it seems like they have a chance to have that choice chest effect, but they will also have a chance to just do the normal Archmage thing. That's the vibe I was getting. Otherwise, why would they call it lucky drop? And also the animation, if you go ahead and watch Manty's video, it also had like the animation of playing the 2 cards initially and then switching to the lucky drop. So it seems like it still has that 2 card effect in play initially. With that being said, though, let's move on to the next part, which is the legendary summoning, the other aspect of getting legendaries in this game. He didn't show any aspect of actually getting the, what's it called? Of going past 50. I didn't see it. I didn't watch long enough, so who knows. But point being, you can now, get bells from just watching YouTube videos, or sorry, not YouTube videos, from watching ad videos. Okay, you can also buy 15 bells for $5, and you can also just get 10 bells for 200 gems, which is also $5. So it's just kind of different ways. One of them is still free to play, so if you save up your gems, which you totally can, then you can eventually get yourself some bells, or if you wanted to straight up just do a simple $10 for 30 as well. It's kind of 30 in different ways, but I guess point being is this summoning system reminds me of many other games. I have played a lot of other games that included a gacha. Many of you have probably played gacha games as well, and you are quite worried about this system. However, from an experienced gacha user and gacha player, I would say this is probably one of the better. It's still quite predatory with saying that you need to complete 50 summons and receive the scrapper, or 30 and 40, and then 50 from here on out. So it is still quite predatory. However, as I'll show in a second, they do give out quite a lot of bells throughout the season, like a lot of bells. And also, doing the event passes seem a lot more worth it now because they also give you bells. I believe there's a ton. What's it called? The Challenge of 7 now also gives you bells. A lot of them give you bells now, and so it's quite a lot more worthwhile to go ahead and do the legendary summonings and all that stuff. Like this, it feels free to play friendly at the current moment. We once again won't really know until we get there, but for now, definitely feels a lot better than some other legendary summonings. I will say, now don't cringe too hard, but I did play Genshin at one point, and I obviously had to deal with their summoning system, and it was quite a pain, if I remember correctly, having to wait for a stupid long time, like sometimes a year and a half, just to hopefully get lucky enough to get a fully maxed character in that game. But in this, it seems like you can get quite a few copies relatively fast with this, and since the game gives you so many other copies throughout so many other areas, it doesn't feel nearly as bad. This definitely will be a bit more of a waiting game. It feels more like every month is when you're going to be able to do the summonings, as that's when the factions come around, and so you'll probably have to wait for your proper faction. I do wish that they didn't have it at 50 summons, but 50 summons with the 200 gems is the original thing of the Archmage chest, so that's kind of what everybody's kind of already used to anyways for getting multiple legendaries, and they also already still give out plenty of choice chests and other free legendaries as well. Check out Mantis to see more of where those legendaries come out from, but basically the legendary summoning is not as aggressive as some of the other ones are, as you do get to choose, and this is also what that kind of summoning would look like. It gives you a bunch of epics, a bunch of other rares and commons. I feel like you probably got pretty lucky with all those epics, but yeah, and then the monk was a guaranteed. It does have a little special animation, which is pretty fun, but once again, it is a gacha system, which I am still wary of because I'm not a huge fan of gachas, but I guess it is a bit better to have it already just implemented and just fully commit, since they've basically been telling us that they're going to do a gacha system by all of their other variations of a gacha system through events and basically the Archmage chest. But now with there being so much guarantee on what legendaries you can get, it makes life a lot easier. Now, lastly, I kind of want to touch really quickly on these divisions. As you can, if you remember seeing all of the Discord messages, they said that Division 7, they made it sound like Division 7 was the top tier. And if you look at this graphic right here, you can also see that there's no more ropes going above the Division 7. So Division 7 seems to be the highest. And that is reached at 3,000 crit. In their initial release of the infographic, it seemed like 5K was when you hit Division 7, because I think that's what they had for the initial graphic. But in this one, you can see that there was, well, it's 3,000, and then 2,300 for Division 6, which has quite a lot of rewards, and then you can't see it, but Division 5, I believe, was 1,800%, and then kind of towards the bottom, like between 200 to, I want to say 500, it's like every 10%. So every 10 crit percent, it's like, it gives you a ton. So actually, it starts, it feels like you get less rewards per level the higher divisions you go. So you actually get a lot of the rewards, like the majority of the rewards, I believe, before 1,000% crit. So it's very, very new player friendly. It really is, and it does encourage new players to actually like just level up like a unit once or twice, and really makes leveling up the commons and rares much more worth it, as it will give you that incremental increase. You can also see that like those percentages change from like it's like 1,800 to 2,000 and 2,300, and then there's a big divide to 3,000. But that's also when you start getting the like the 7,000 trophy, or what used to be the 7,000 trophy shop. I don't really know how that's going to turn out, but they're like Division 7's when you get the coins for that every time you play. And so that's going to be interesting to see how that will turn out. That's also very exciting because that store was kind of locked for quite a few people, especially those who had the deck in order to grind, but they just couldn't put in the time to grind. So now like playing normal games, if you have high crit and a high account, can get you access to that store, which is very nice. And also 3,000 crit isn't that much, especially for like a lot of the later players, because that's what Division 7's meant for. It's meant for like the later down the lines, like the more veteran players. And so I think that having it at 3,000 is definitely the right move to go. It does prevent a few players, as I've seen. Usually like some players can usually get max out decks around 2,600 crit, but I believe like a little bit more upgrading and they should be able to, relatively speaking, easily reach 3,000 crit, and I think it's within a good range. They actually made a very smart decision with the numbers, and I'm pretty happy with that. And then once again, here's another examination. Now, we saw an image of Division 7, and it said like 5,000 crit or something like that. We're like, we're screwed. But it turns out it's only at 3,000 crit. And then this is also what you get at Division 6 for the reward tracks. You get 62 bells. That's a lot. And then you also end up getting 480, like 240 of them are choice cores, and 240 are just regular random cores. You also get 12 random legendaries, which should be enough to kind of eventually get you one level for most things. You also get 810. I don't know how many trophies this is, but it says 810 medals. You also get 1,000 1,000 equipment, like normal equipment fragments, and then heroic fragments you get 180. So they're adding some new rewards to it. I would say the most important thing is just the bells, as that's basically 2 extra legendaries of your choice, which is pretty nice. And you also have a chance to get even more legendaries. Now, I haven't seen any of the news for the experimentations and how like where you'll get all that stuff from, but I assume, seeing as how they're being, they're being a lot more generous than I initially thought. So I'm not too worried about them kind of holding back on the experiment coins, because I can clearly tell from what they're doing that they know that we know it's going to be very difficult to upgrade it with choice, like with the necessary, like only getting copies is what I'm trying to say, by basically upgrading only using copies. That's going to be a pain. So I think they'll be also pretty generous with the coins. However, this does feel like it's much more of a money grab, in the sense of, I don't mean this in necessarily a bad way, more of just a factual way, that with this update, the events, getting the event pass and such, will be a lot more worthwhile. Like, all the event passes throughout the month have much more value for actually progressing in the game, which is slightly unfortunate, because usually you could just get by with just getting the premium pass and that would be like fine enough. But now there's like a lot of extra resources getting wasted away in each of the events, since now you can just use the events to get a legendary. Like, you can use it to get Knight Statue now, like 6 Knight Statues each event if you like really grind or something like that. So it's almost necessary now to go for events and get the event passes, which is a bit unfortunate, because that's $10 every week. So most players will now kind of start to fall behind in that aspect, as they put a lot of resources into those events, and you now are a little bit gate-kept. You know, it's a little bit of gatekeeping. But for the most part, I will say this update does seem to be a better change. Now, on the kind of side of just the update, I will test out every single unit that got a slight change. So like Reaper, Priest, I've been practicing with them to make sure I don't look like an absolute buffoon, only a minor buffoon. Point being, I'm going to go ahead and run through all those decks and see how they are, test out the new talents. I got all the cores saved up for them and stuff. It'll be interesting to see. And then I'll also kind of tell about my experience with trying to upgrade, because I have both a level 14 Knight Statue and a level 14 Scrapper, and I believe it's going to be 16 cards, because they started at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I really wanted to say who do we appreciate, but I resisted. But anyways, it goes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 total number of cards to upgrade each level in the respective order. So like 7 to 8, 8 to 9, you get the gist. So it's going to be easier early on, but get way more expensive when you're trying to go from 13 to 15. Okay, but going from 7 to 13 is actually cheaper now. Slightly, I believe by about 6 cards. It's cheaper by about 6 cards, which is nice. So you can get to level 13 and have a relatively competitive unit a little bit easier now. But really pushing to that level 14 and level 15 is going to be a lot more of a challenge now. And it will just be more of a challenge now. Yeah, but with that being said, I now actually have to go ahead and grind some You're joking. Oh, I need to learn how to stream properly. Holy. Has it been on this the entire time? Did I seriously Oh, it has been. Oh, huh. Oh, oh, goodness. Hold on, give me a second. Okay. Since I can't seem to get it right, let's do it this time. This should work. Oh, this should work now. There we go. Let me check. Cool. Nope. Perfect. What? Okay. Well, anyways, so what I was talking about earlier, there are now choice chests, and they are actually choice chests. You can literally slide between the legendaries that you have. Okay? You can slide between the legendaries you have and click which one you want exactly. The Archmage chest is also now has a chance to do that effect, but it seems like it also has a chance to just pick between two random legendaries. Also in the Archmage chest, there seems to be event legendaries now. Also, for the summoning doesn't seem that predatory. If you kind of, I want to say about 8 minutes ago or something when I started ranting about the summoning stuff, it still all holds true, but basically the bells are quite plentiful if you look at the rewards, and the way the summoning works is basically like this. You get a bunch of cards, and then getting a legendary is, well, rare, and it has a percentage chance, but you still it's like a normal gacha system where you'll get all the other rarities. What's weird and peculiar about this one is the fact that there's a lot of epics. I think he just got pretty lucky on it, but yeah, there's also variation in the number you get, as you can see here, and yeah. Oh. Nextly, we have the divisions. The divisions are much more segmented, and the requirements for each level is much lower than we all thought, capping at 3,000 for Division 7. Also, the segments for the divisions earlier on are much more like plentiful and give a lot more rewards earlier on, and it's only like 10% between each crit, crit percentage for each rank. It's like it goes from like 200 to 210, 220, 230, 240, like that, up until I want to say about 800-ish. And you get a lot of rewards early on, and you get a lot less rewards as you keep going on. But there are more rewards for the divisions themselves. But as I was saying earlier, though, it's a lot easier for people to level up their legendaries early on. And but later on it gets a lot more difficult. So the curve is definitely much smoother, and it is about 6 legendary copies easier to get to level 13 and 6 legendary copies harder to get to level 15. So yeah. And last but not least, the division rewards are also still quite plentiful. If you can reach 1,800 trophies, 1,800 crit, you are getting the majority of the rewards. You are missing out, I think, on like you only get 2/3 of the bells as Division 7, but you still get a lot of the good rewards, the majority of the good rewards, and it's just going to be less quantity, but you basically have access to all of them. So it's a lot more rewarding for lower level accounts. And that's that. Anyways, sorry for the lack of visuals. You can kind of leave it on the background as I ramble for about 10 minutes, but I would say definitely about the 10-minute mark in this video is when I really start talking about like all the important information, and then right now, after 21, when I actually decide to finally figure out how to show the images. So yeah. But with that being said, hopefully I can now actually switch back to it, and I am going to go ahead and do some dragon shenanigans because I need to get these, because these rewards are worth it. So I'm gonna grind this for a little bit, and then or do I actually, I think I'll just do some, I'm a little limited on time, unfortunately, because I can't freaking remember to switch images. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of do some challenge of the 7 and be an absolute menace this time around. So let's give this deck a shot. Now I do realize I have the easy possibility to just lose right out the gate, but looking at this guy, I probably will be fine. But yeah, so I just recently got Sea Dog. That was one of the things I did before this update, and honestly, I've been enjoying Sea Dog. You can play Sea Dog as a DPS, but it's just a tad difficult, So I wouldn't entirely recommend it, but it is a bit difficult. With that being said, I think I'm going to limit their reach and then hit them with that. And I don't think they can do much about it. I'm going to go ahead and merge this guy so I can get something down. Please be in a tile I can use. No. Well, this isn't good. Perfect. There we go. Got area damage. We should be fine now. For the most part, just in time for Tribunal. Holy. Gonna go ahead and limit their thing as well. And now finally merge that. Okay, I got a tier 4. I'm not too happy about that. Not too ecstatic. But I think this game might already be over to an extent. Ugh. That's fine though. I got this guy back, so that's nice. Make sure to stay hydrated, don't forget. Let's see. Let's go ahead and grab an extra treasure over here. Grab some more treasure. Oh, that was very good. I'm very happy with that. Now, if you're wondering why I have such low level supports, I guess, for this toxic deck, and why I only have a level 1 Necro, I got the level 1 Necro like 2 years ago before I took like a long hiatus from the game, so I don't really have a lot to work with here. But on the side note, I also, this is my first time ever playing anything remotely close to a toxic deck, so I'm also behind on that. So do forgive me. But, I mean, even with this little stuff, I've already had some pretty good success. I may or may not feel bad for my victims, but hey. That's just how life works, I guess. Oh my goodness, man, I feel bad. I feel bad, but at the same time, not really. You know, after playing this game so long, I've kind of lost all my remorse. Cause what's it called? And man, I've been hit by so many toxic decks. I've turned to the dark side now. I'm a devious little guy. Let's go ahead, merge you. Let's just merge you for, you know, what the heck's sake. It should be over here soon, just because of the fact that, what's it called? Can't really do much about the... Oh, why did I merge that? There's no reason to merge that. You're not even earning anything. I'll merge you. I'll merge you. I'll merge you. I'll merge you for the golden chest. Do that and do that. What do I get? Nothing, because I don't have captains. Interesting. I'll get a piece. Yep, and we're done. Nicely done. Very nice and easy. That's why I like this game, or like this deck, because it goes by really freaking fast. Also, that the witch is much more effective against higher level guys because what's it called? They just heal so much more, so then the monsters become like nearly unstoppable. Let's see here. It's taking a long time to really load. This may be difficult because I do have mermaids, so I might be in a tricky situation. I'm going to have to overwhelm them somehow, but not really good at that strat yet. Okay, let's go ahead and grab that, switch that. That will have to do for now. Okay, let's go ahead and get that pumping. Pump it up, pump it up, pump that jam. Interesting. I don't really know what they're trying to do here with their placement. Oh no, they're still just adjusting. Never mind. My bad. Let's go ahead and limit their mana, because why not? Limit it again. Yeah, mana early on is really crucial. Hitting the birds too would be nice. I haven't hit a single one. Let's go ahead and limit that mana. Say it with me now. Limit that mana. Let's see. I mean, I could press the button, I guess. Doesn't really do much, though. Because by the time it disappears, it would have not even been fully recharged yet. Does mess with them a little bit. That's good to see, good to see. Oh, I could have merged. Dang it. I'll merge now. Yeah, I think I'm scaring them with forcing them to overmerge, and so now they're they're screwed with just what's it called? Yeah, I'll merge in that. I will also merge on that. Probably wasn't the best idea, but hey. I should probably actually wait for that and then merge from there. Ooh, that's a good time to do this. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Let's go ahead and, yeah, I'll merge that. Why not? Why not? How many seconds do I have? I think I'll go ahead and do that. Oh, why did I click the button? Gosh darn it, reflex. Okay, yeah, that's good, that's good. I think I stopped them, I did. Cool. Okay, let's go ahead and merge you, grab you, I'll use you in a second. Let's go ahead and merge you to see what I get. Rotate, not exactly what I wanted, but not bad either. I'll do that to see what I get. Not much. That's really bad, actually. Stop them from earning money. Oh, there we go. Okay, I like this guy being high level. That's good. Okay, let's stop them from earning a little. I'm almost at the 12 chest deal where it gives me a ton of chaos. Nah, they got the stuff from that. I don't like the fact that they are successfully setting up. I gotta time my necro a bit better, but that's fine. Okay. Let's go ahead, merge you. What do I get? That's fine, I guess. Okay, let's go ahead and merge you. Let's merge you as well. Let's merge you. Get you out of here. Let's go ahead and merge you, see what I get. That's fine. You'll shift here soon. I want to merge you. I want to merge you. I want to merge you. Wow, that is beautiful. That is beautiful right there, too. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Let's move that stuff over. Cool, there we go. Now we should be theoretically sending over more than just like one. So, ooh, very nice. There we go. I clicked it too early again. Gosh darn it. Okay, no mana for you. At least I can time that relatively right. Let's go ahead and merge that over there. I just realized I did not change my deck. I don't really have time to change my deck, though, unfortunately, so I'll have to change that next time. But, let's see. Let's go ahead and merge that over. Let's merge you out of here. I'm starting to slack behind. Goodness gracious. Okay, let's merge you out of here. Unfortunate. I am debating on switching back to the one where you can swap out these guys, because this is getting quite annoying with them being stuck on the board and I can't get rid of them. So, might switch back to that style of doing things. Thank you very much, Tribunal. You're always a help. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I'll do it now because I got a few seconds before it. I will definitely refresh you. No, that's not what I wanted. Let's go ahead and merge you, see what I get. Nothing good. Okay, I'll definitely merge you. Okay, I think that's this right here is the last piece, so I need to click button. See what I get from here. Bit better. Wait, where did the piece go? There it is. Perfect. Okay. I'm not too worried about this thing affecting me, but it definitely didn't affect them either. Cool. Neat. Let's go ahead and merge you out because I got to get rid of this guy now because he's kind of doomed. There we go. There's the whole piece. So now oh, will the cannons heal? They do come from this guy. Ooh, that's not pretty. Ouch. Ah, good game. Let's see. I can switch that out. Oh, it did get healed. Yippee. Little too late, though. A little too late. I will get flipped here, which might not actually be that bad, but we will see. Yeah, no, you ain't getting any mana. Okay, flip me. There we go. Ooh, that was about as bad as it could have been. What do I get here? Flip me again. Thank you. Ooh, we're back up to speed. I like it. Gotta love my phone. Okay, this is an L for us. GG's. Alrighty. Yeah. Unfortunately, we weren't able to be toxic enough. Definitely need to upgrade my guys. I think I could have had that if I upgrade my guys or merged a bit better. But, yeah. I think I should probably just focus more Sea Dogs because you get just this thing. Once you hit 20 treasures, it becomes so much better. And then I believe rare treasures for this thing will make it a lot better too. Same with rare treasures for this. We can go ahead and go. Actually, I think that might be it for this stream. Just a short little stream. A little too long because goodness gracious. But yeah, that's it for today, and I will see y'all tomorrow when the update comes out, and we will do some co-op runs with Sentry and Archer, testing out how good they are now and seeing, you know, if they're up to par. And we'll also try out like Priest, and we'll try out Engineer, and we'll see how it all works out. But until